Hello to all friends. Welcome to Top Movies 1 channel. Excerpts of Prey movie reviews. Prey is about Naro, Amber Mythunder, a member of the Comanche tribe in 1719 North America, who wants to prove her hunting skills among her male counterparts. Naru's brother Tabe, Dakota Beavers, has a special closeness with him, and their bond is one of the main elements of the film. Naru's small actions in order to prove himself cause him to notice the presence of a strange robber who is unknown to him. The others ignore him, but Naru goes after the marauder and finds himself on a violent and wild adventure with aliens. The film is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who directed the 2016 horror thriller 10 Cloverfield Street, which earned him an Academy Award nomination for his first feature film. Amber Mythunder, Dakota Beavers, Michelle Thrash and Stormy Cape are among the actors of the movie, Prey. One of the biggest strengths of Prey is its approach to returning to the basics of this franchise. Other reboots and sequels try to simply stick to the franchise's roots in order to succeed, but Prey keeps those roots pretty simple, and that's exactly what the movie needs. Returning to the natural setting of the first Marauder and Adrian Brody's underappreciated Marauders in 2010, this film makes the most of the forest and mountain setting of 18th-century North America. For most of the first half of the film, Naru searches for the Marauder across the vast lands of the Comanche tribe, and these sequences are very suspenseful until Naru's first bloody encounter with the creature brings the story to one of its climaxes. Dan Trachtenberg's use of the setting gives the film a natural feel that works best for the heist franchise. Putting a human against a predatory alien doesn't need to embellish the space and environment too much. But none of this would work without Mythunder's charming performance as Naru. Naru's curiosity overcomes his reluctance to hunt a predator, and this feature, along with his high skill and intelligence, makes his fights attractive and beautiful. Naru and Tabe's relationship is born of need and love, and Mythunder and Beavers have a natural bond that reinforces the emotional side of the film. All of this emphasizes colonial issues and the violence that imperialist forces have against Native Americans. John Myers, who is of Comanche and Blackfoot descent, advised the filmmakers on the representation of the native people, and this film definitely presents a more appropriate portrayal of them, beyond the stereotypes that have been portrayed in the past. In addition, the representation of an indigenous woman who directs the story of the film with a heart of gold and violence is a new approach in this genre. Finally, it must be said that Prey certainly has the potential to reboot this franchise that has been struggling for the past decade and a half. Films like Prey don't need a lot of world building or myth building, and their characters and visual language are much more useful and effective in creating an exciting work. The future of the Predator franchise is unclear, but Prey shows that the series has more room to continue its story. A selection of critics' comments about the movie. Tara Brady of the Irish Times score, 100 out of 100. The film offers a far better perspective than even the most die-hard Marauder fans could wish for. William Bibiani of Rap score, 94 out of 100. Prey is a magnificent monster movie, a clever western and a really interesting sequel to Marauder. Richard Newby of AV Club score, 91 out of 100. Trachtenberg returns the Predator franchise to its core elements, the brutality of this alien species and the ingenuity of humanity in confronting them. By focusing on characters and locations, he avoids repeating past stories and creates a tense, character-driven experience whose strengths lie in Mythunder's simplicity of narrative and good gameplay. Clint Worthington of Consequences score, 91 out of 100. Mythunder, with his charming personality and skills, makes Naru interesting enough to keep us on this adventure. For him, fighting the robber means more than survival, and in this war he seeks to validate his place in the tribe and prove his worth by defending his people. David Fair of Rolling Stone score, 90 out of 100. Dan Trachtenberg's Prey isn't just a great follow-up in the series, it's a low-budget masterpiece and a thrilling, survival horror western that, like the first Marauder, does just as well at what it sets out to do. Noel Murray of the Los Angeles Times score, 80 out of 100. Prey is interesting because the filmmakers don't make it too complicated. The story of the Predator franchise should have scenes of humans fighting with aliens and an exciting narrative, and this film fulfills these requirements well. I hope you enjoyed our program. Please subscribe to our channel.